Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to Compact Everyday Carry and Gadgets, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Glock 43X MOS. Now I know I told you guys I was done previously in the last video with the Glock 43X MOS, but there was a few little things that needed to be done to it, and now I am officially done. I'm just going to run through it really quickly because I know those of you guys that follow me throughout the year have definitely seen the growth little by little and saw how it ended up at where it's at. And these are officially the final things. After this one, I'm gonna go on to another build that I'm working on, another Glock 43X MOS build. So whatever I get that's new is not gonna go on to this one anymore. It will go on to the new build. So let's just run through all of these accessories so you guys could kind of more or less see what I got. Let's just run through it really quickly. The first thing that I ever got to the Glock 43X MOS was the Talon grips. Real nice. If you guys know about Talon grips, you know that they're nice because you could always upgrade them every year or so, or every other year. You could upgrade them, change them out. It's not something that can be undone, which is why I prefer this over the stippling jobs. Although stippling jobs do look awesome when you get it done professionally, and they feel great as well. But with these, you're just able to kind of undo something if you don't like it. Next, I got the Katana Magwell by Empire. Now, this is Gen 1. I got probably over 2 years with this thing. They're up to, I believe, Gen 3. So you guys will have to check that out. I don't know if you'll be able to grab the Gen 1 anymore. Then I got the TLR 7 sub. Pretty much a standard for the Glock 43X MOS platform. Very rugged. Built like a tank. Then I got this off-brand whole grip. Usually I always go for the whole grip, but I couldn't find this specific one. So I opted to get this one. So it's an off-brand. It did fit the Glock 43X MOS a little big. So what I did was I put a little goon tape underneath and then added a little glue under just to make sure that I get no movement out of it. And since then, it's been perfect. Very happy with that. The next thing I got, the Meprolite enclosed red dot. Super legit. Nice enclosed. Nice. What I like the most is that it's very discreet. It's not yelling out the logos FDE. Not bright white, just nice and discreet, doesn't stand out. The battery compartments on the side, which I love, and the mounting option on this I really like as well. Real nice, real nice. Next, I got this Norso slide. I believe it's called the Reptile XP, and that is a beautiful slide. A lot of nice cutouts, great texture, some nice ports as well. Real nice. And then I got these raised iron sights. Real legit, very solid. And then they also have the glow dots, glow in the dark dots. Real nice. And you could code witness. Of course, that's the reason why I went with these, so I could code witness in the case of an emergency. And I'm old school. I feel like I aim better with my iron sights. So I definitely get some good use out of them. Now the last thing I did, and that is this nice trigger shoe. I just feel like this one looks a little more tactical. Kind of complements the look of the Glock 43X MOS. The next thing I got is this +4 mag extension. Now the cool thing about Tyrant CNC is that they send it out with an OEM official Glock magazine. And this is a +4. So that's going to give you 15 rounds because it's 10 + 1 + 4 on the extended mag. Real nice. Now this thing is built like a tank. Very solidly built. Nice finish all the way around, and some nice serrations there as well if you need to access or release or input the magazine. Now the next thing I also got on it is this slide release. Now the one thing I would kind of not like about the Glock 43X MOS is that the slide release was so flat that it was sometimes hard, especially when your fingers start to get a little slippery when you're in the range shooting upwards of 200-300 rounds. It starts to get sweaty. It would be hard to disengage the slide release because it was so flat and so skinny. It didn't have any texture. With this Tyrant CNC slide release, it has some nice texture. Let me see if I can show you guys that. And is also a little more protruding than the OEM one, which is actually something I was looking for. And I definitely got it with this slide release. Real nice. And also, like I said, it complements the look and feel of the build. Has a nice tactical look and feel, which I really like. Last thing that I got was the mag release. Same look and feel of the slider release, and the trigger just gives it that nice tactical look that I was going for when finishing out the Glock 43X MOS. It also protrudes a little further out than the OEM, which is also something I was noticing. It was kind of, especially with this whole grip on it, it just felt like it was dug in there. So now I have a little more to grab onto, a little more to feel, especially when you're doing drills and you're trying to be quick and you need your fingers to definitely feel what they're pressing on. This does that, just that. Definitely did a world of a difference, and I personally think the Glock 43X MOS looks amazing the way it is, and I am officially done. Now the cool thing with these +4s on the other magazine, I actually had this previously, but I have it on the PSA Micro Dagger, is that you can also install these on the PSA Micro Dagger magazines. So that'll give you 19 rounds plus 1 in the head, giving you 20 rounds in total. So that's also something to consider and something to look at. But that's it for now, guys. Let me know what you guys think about this build. Like I said, this is officially the last video that I do on new things that I've added to the Glock 43X MOS. This build is officially done, and I am super excited. I know I had done a range video where I was making sure it was running flawless. I'm going to have to go back out, guys, with the Glock 43X MOS, make sure it continues to run flawless. But I'm pretty sure it will, because I haven't messed with no internals. But that's it for now, guys. Thank you guys for watching. Compact everyday carry and gadgets. God bless, guys.